Hi, welcome to day 3 of the Mar Dolman Sew-A-long. Today we are going to be finishing our dolman. We are going to be attaching the hood. I will show you how to sew a cowl. We'll be adding a drawstring casing and the drawstring itself. Let's get started. Okay, let's start with the cowl. Now I'm going to be showing you how to put this together because it is a little different. We are going to take our cowl, which has a fold right here at the top, right there. Okay, we are going to flip it right sides together. You're going to match up those ends. Once you have that pinned or clipped at the top, we are going to sew around this curve right here to enclose that. Let's sew that. All right, once we have that sewn, the top here, we are going to flip it halfway. You're gonna match up those seams right there. And sew the bottom there. Okay, and this is what the cowl looks like. Here we have our part that is together, and at the bottom, which is the narrower part, we have it, and the seams are open here, and our matching seams are right here. So to attach this to the dolman, take your back seam and locate the back seam of your dolman. You can fold it in half, find the middle back, place a clip, all right, and that back seam we are going to match up to the back. And place a clip there. And then swing it around the front. You can also quarter these to make it perfectly even as well. Okay, and you have the front seam here. So it goes around the top of it. So when it's attached, you have this cowl here, a loose cowl, and then you have a slight overhang in the back there. And that's how you attach your cowl. Okay, let's continue on with the hood. All right, so let's take our hood pieces. Now with the hood, we have two options as well. You could have cut them on the fold, as I did, or four separate pieces. If you have four separate pieces, you're going to flip them, each two piece, right sides together, sew the other end of the other one, place them right sides together, sew, and then attach to the hoodie. When you have these on the fold, the construction is a little bit different as well. So let's get started with this construction. Okay, you're going to open up each hood piece, and your curve is at the top, and the notches are on the bottom. We're going to match up the notches, match up the curves. All right, and I'm going to pin around the curve. So we are going to start here, go around the curve, all right? So once you have it pinned all the way around the curve, that's how we are going to sew. Start from this end and sew around this curve to the other end. From here to here, leaving this bottom top with the notches open. So let's sew that. And we have that curved part sewn. So once you have it sewn, let's flip it right sides out. You can press it flat. As well, to make it lay really flat and nice. Okay, and now we are going to, once we have it right sides out, we are going to flip it. You're going to take your notches, match them up, and match up your seams. And there's your hood. And you have the back seams matched up. Just like that. And to attach this, take your dolman again, find that back center, Here's our back center again. All right, take your hood, go around the back, place that seam, place those seams together with that notch in the back there, and then go around. You have another notch right here, which matches up to the seam line. Place a clip there. Bring it around to the front, and you have another notch in the middle, right there. And you have 2 more notches that need to be matched up, and match up those notches. Right there. And then I'm going to put another clip at the end of that hoodie. So you have the notches right here and the end of the hood right here. Okay, and then same with the other side. You have your seam, match up the notches to the seam. Match up your notches again. With the notches in the front, repin, and then place another notch, another clip, sorry. Place another clip with the end of the other front. So I have the end here, then those notches in the middle, and another clip there. All right, let's go ahead and attach this. Oh, before I attach this, I wanted to add that you can add a drawstring to this. If you're adding a drawstring before you attach the front clips, make a 1 inch casing here. So top stitch 1 inch around the entire hood front, right there. And then open it up, and you can place interfacing on the inside. Make drawstring holes, grammets, buttonholes, anything you want, and pull your drawstring through. So 1 inch casing in the front if you want a drawstring. All right, let's attach this. All right, and you have your hoodie attached. All right, let's move on to the drawstring casing. With the drawstring casing, you can take your pattern piece and mark your drawstring holes where you want them, or you can make your own. I like to make my own. I like to take my hoodie. I like my drawstring casings very close together in the front. I don't want there to be a gap in between, a large gap that is in between them. Okay, here's the middle of the front. I have a clip here. Okay, I'm gonna flip this up. and take 2 interfacing pieces, 1 inch and 1 inch, and place them where I want the casings to be. So right there. Okay, I'm going to take my iron and I'm going to iron them flat. All right, once you have them ironed, we are going to flip this, and create a casing. So we are going to fold this up 1 inch all the way around, and you can measure the 1 inch. So it is exact. All right, I have that 1 inch. Go ahead and pin all the way around. All right, once you have the 1 inch pinned up, I'm gonna go back to my middle where I have my interfacing, and I am going to create my slits. Like I said, you can create buttonholes, gromets, however you want, or you can make teeny tiny slits with a pair of scissors. Now, you're not going through both sides. You can still fold this out if you want. So take a pair of scissors if you want to create them like I do, and I make teeny tiny holes, just enough so it can go through the drawstring. Okay, so I have 2, you can barely see them, 2 teeny tiny holes. And with your interfacing, they won't get any bigger. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and top stitch all the way around, or you can also do a stitch on your sewing machine. It doesn't have to be a cover stitch. Okay, let's go ahead and get that top stitch there. I'm gonna cut those threads there. Okay, your casing is finished. Now we need a drawstring. So what I did is I cut my own drawstring, measured around my waist, how long I'm gonna want the drawstring. Take that piece. You can also use pre-made drawstring. You can use twill tape, ribbon, anything you want. What you're gonna do is take your drawstring, fold it on itself, right sides together, all the way down. Once the entire drawstring is pinned, you're gonna sew all the way down, flip it, and put it through your casings. And then you're all done with your dolman. Thank you so much for joining me.